Yep.
Are we good to go, or is Bird still eating?
I'm just about to finish this cheese stick, and then we're good to go.
You like cheese sticks?
For a second, I thought he said cheese steak, and I was like,
Are you,
I'm a gay
are you-
cheese.
Are you gay cheese?
Why does everyone keep calling me a gay cheese? This is a weird joke. It's like we're sort of stealing, but we're also sort of being creative. Which makes us Family Guy writers.
It makes us Tarantino, if you're optimistic. If you're really optimistic, it's Tarantino, and if you're really pessimistic, it's Family Guy.
Well, I see which one I fell on the spectrum. Cool, I'm ready to go.
Tarantino's my favorite director. We don't need original ideas, we just need original
where are we
executions.
Alright.
Starting to thunder.
So I got a quest, I don't care. Alright, we told about Elsa, and he told us to go somewhere, I guess. Bye.
Do you want
Can't
to
hold
build
me
a
back
Grim
anymore.
Dawn? I want to build a Grim Dawn.
Okay, where are we supposed to go next?
Do you want to call a portal?
Old Corvia.
There's like the Broken Hills, Old
Yeah,
Arkovia.
we're supposed to go to
We can finish
Quaid
each other's
at Rover
sandwiches.
Camp in Old Accordia. Oh wait, speak to Barnabas here. Who the...
Barnabas
Oh.
is a Disney character name.
Barnabas is down here.
Barnaby.
Barnabas McGregory.
Found him.
Move along.
He's the town librarian. Son.
Town librarian son.
Okay, so we're
he's talking
supposed to
about
keep
food.
going north.
I found it like a chain gun. This looks like a World War Civil War
Where
tank
are you?
thing. I'm in Old Corvia.
Oh, you already went
But-
up there?
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have done anything.
Did you go to the Four Hills portal, or...?
Are we going to Cronley's hideout or what?
Mr.
Boulder
Cromley.
Covia, Cronley's hideout.
Okay, there we go.
Twin Falls
now,
Rift.
now I've reported everything to Marmley, and we're good
Done
to go.
in your head.
Okay, so we're going to Twin Falls, and I assume we're going up to...
Pirate's
we're
Hole.
Alright,
going
I'll
for
go to Twin
Homestead,
Falls
I
then.
think.
Going to Twin
Oh,
Falls.
people are fighting.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's not you guys. There's just people fighting
Nope.
already here. There's just already a
okay.
fight happening here.
All right.
Where is Twin Falls?
It's left.
Yeah.
I
we
don't
found this-
have that waypoint.
I don't even
Putting
see
a portal
our
down.
enemies.
So here's
I
my
don't see how I
portal.
can teleport to it.
I have a
we
portal.
got this.
I can. Nice.
That's how portals work. The rules did
Now
not
you're
change.
thinking with Portal.
In base 4, I'm fine.
Okay, so the bridge is fuckled. So now we keep going, I guess.
That's-
I think
No,
that-
no. Let me try to bird the bridge. Oh,
You go up, down.
That's a fucking
Bird.
bridge.
Yeah, that
bridge is
bridge is not unfuckling soon.
That's a
Is
shame.
Glass the best video game character?
GLaDOS?
Are you asking rhetorically or?
I mean genuinely, because it's hard to have good characters sometimes in video games. And she's real
I don't know if
good.
she's the best character, but I
She
feel like
ranks
she's one of the best
really high
voice
up.
acted ones, which goes a long way towards
GLaDOS.
making her good.
GLaDOS, Garrus Vicarian,
Garrus
All
is
the
real
Bioware
high on that
characters
list.
are interesting.
Yeah.
Garrus is great. Actually, almost all the Mass Effect characters are.
Well,
Honestly.
No, Mass Effect 1, maybe, just because they had enough time to grow.
Oh yeah, everyone loved Caden.
Yeah.
actually, paradoxically,
I just couldn't help but hear Karth Onassi from him.
Everyone hated Caden. He sucked.
I don't mind Caden, but he's got almost no character.
I cannot
most-
compute sarcasm.
Mass Effect is 0 for 3 on primary male crew member that you get at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Really.
Because I was like, I started my Mass Effect 2 playthrough,
We
and I'm
good,
like,
Shepard.
I started my Mass Effect 2
That's so
playthrough,
painful.
and I told people like, "Hey, that's Jacob. I bet you forgot he existed." And they were like, "I played this game 6 times, and I forgot Jacob existed." Was the comment I got? I'm like, exactly.
He had such a low presence in
Wasn't he-
Mass Effect 3.
He was played
He's
by
just like, by the
Kanye,
way, got
wasn't he?
married. And you're like,
Yeah.
alrighty then. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We played Mass Effect 3, and we had downloaded a save file, because I've played every Mass Effect game I've played on a different computer. So, like, there's no way.
Because it's a million years between them, so yeah,
Yeah.
always download save files.
Well, apparently, there was supposed to be no romance, but apparently they snuck in the person who we downloaded the save file from had romanced Jacob previously.
Oh.
So, like, Shepard was super, because we were playing FemShep.
That's like failing a capture test.
Yeah, and so, like, FemShep was, like, super upset about the fact that Jacob had gotten married.
And had a kid.
But, like, it was just such, like, it was such an extra douche moment that you wouldn't see unless you romanced him. And, like, who romanced him? And
I was gonna say, I'm
fact that he
picturing the dialogue
apparently
being
leaves
more
you.
like breaking the fourth wall, where they're like,
And when
wait,
we
somebody
played the
actually
DLC
conceived this?
And when we played the DLC, we ended up with the Prothean.
that was good stuff. I really enjoyed that.
That was so weird.
Did you know you could romance Javik? Because we didn't.
I didn't know you could romance Javik.
It's pure accident.
It's more like a one-night
so
stand.
during the Mass Effect Citadel DLC, right?
It's where they have a party.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's like a gargoyle over
So
here.
they
I
have
honestly
that
thought he was
big
too
ol-
much of a narcissist to ever do that.
Well, you get drunk, like real drunk.
Oh, that's a little
so-
real.
So for the
So
Citadel
romance
DLC,
with air quotes.
yeah, you just sleep with them. But for the Citadel DLC,
Hey,
I wanted
a
to have
lot
a
of
taste
relationships have started as one-night stands. Thank
it's
you very
true.
much.
but
ended.
but for the Citadel DLC, the generic male human from Mass Effect 3, whatever his name is,
Yeah, I forgot
he
to say
hits on you.
Remember his
3
name to win a
times.
cookie.
Yeah. He hits on you 3 times, and if you reject him every single time,
He ends up
and
with
you're playing
Ashley.
as FemShep, he ends up with Ashley or whatever.
If
and-
Really?
Yeah,
If Ashley lived.
assuming she
Yeah.
lived. And
I mean,
you
if they
end
lived,
up
is
waking
how you
up in
finish
bed
most of these
directly
sentences, because
next
almost
to
everyone could
Javik.
die.
Dexter, that's really how it goes?
Yeah, that's how it goes. I thought it was the funniest shit ever, and Shell was like,
That's hilarious.
super angry about
I
it.
require Portal.
All I wanted was Garrus and Tally to be together.
You have
And they
Portal.
were.
Yeah, we
Garrison
spent,
Tally, oh, come on.
we
Yes!
spent the entire time.
Yes, they were
No!
together. Yes.
The thing is, though, they're the only like romance that you can get between party members. So it was kind of
Yeah,
was
Garrus
so
and Tally's
cute.
relationship's actually really cool to watch. Because you just walk in on them talking to each other like those 2 engineers would talk to each other on Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
They're just having constant conversations over the comm system and stuff like that. And yeah, they would have bonded because they're the 2 characters that are in all 3 games. So they've been on the same
Yeah.
ship together for so long at this point.
Also, there's that steamy romantic series about a Turian and a Quarian called
Yeah.
what was it?
There's that
Something
specific
starships
there's-
and soldiers and starships, or I don't know.
There's the specific thing set up in Mass Effect 2 that those are 2 of the only those are 2 of the aliens that can eat each other's food too. It's like
Yeah,
those
they
the
have
2
the
people that are
same
safe together.
it was super cute.
Hey, you walk
But
in
also,
on them,
like-
you walk in on them making out, and they're like, and they try to. Garrus, of course, really awkwardly tries to make up excuses for what was actually happening because he's really awkward in every
Oh,
conversation.
His
Yeah.
mandible got caught on my my tube and just like.
On my tube.
Yeah, I was checking.
Whoa!
They're like, I
No,
was checking
tube.
to see if there was a
Tally.
tear in her suit.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
because he has those
It
tubes
was
along her
painfully
helmet,
awkward,
and,
but it was cute.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
cute.
more like I was calibrating your crew member.
Ooh.
Garrus and his calibrations.
Yeah.
I found out the secret to make him not talk about calibrations ever again, which is to just hit on him. Because then he only talks about your future sex scene every conversation. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this work, and that becomes his default dialogue for some reason instead of a one-off. And I'm like, that's weird. That's weird. He says that every time I talk to him now.
Oh, did
So
you
I'm
guys go into
so
the?
I'm playing. I'm playing as.
man.
Go for
I'm
the
playing as
star.
fem
We're
shep right
gonna
now.
do it in the future eventually.
Yeah, that's every conversation now, which is really weird. It
One
should have
reason
been.
why I was turned off to the prospect of ever romancing Garrus, even though he's one of my favorite characters, is in order to initiate the romance, you have to start about his experiences with another Turian on a ship after a tournament or something.
Yo, Garrus, tell me about all of that ass you got in the military.
Yeah, like
Hell yeah, Shepard.
It's worth
That's
it though
not
because of
how
the
you-
reach and flexibility wordplay, which is amazing.
yeah.
That's such a funny conversation.
This makes
Half
me
of
really
Shepard's
want to
reactions
try,
are
like,
just a raised eyebrow.
I would not have wanted to, like, no.
Every time we talk about
Like-
Mass Effect, it's like, I really just want to play the first one. Like, I actually really don't care much for the second and the third. But the first one was so
normal.
masterpiecey.
That's actually the opposite of normal. Like
Really?
I agree. I love the first game. It's and I
love the
defend it
first
like
game
crazy, but so
so
many
much
people
more than
say
the
to
others.
skip it.
Really?
Like,
Yeah, that's super common.
that's so
Huh.
weird, because for me, like, Mass Effect 2 is the skippable one. Because,
Yeah.
like,
Mass Effect 2 is by far seen by most people as being the best of the entire trilogy.
which is
Yeah,
so weird, because
which
that's
is
the one
what
I
I
hated
thought.
the most, because you had to grind for those materials with that shitty planet scanning thing. And if
Yeah.
you didn't do that enough, you lose your crew. And it also had the, like, really hot garbage, Andros boss for, like, an end thing, and, like, kind of in the grand scheme of things, it's just Shepard running around, and everybody's
we're-
like, "You're crazy."
So we're talking about Mass Effect. So I read this boss's name is Barlovon. I mean, Mass Effect 2
His
gets a
real
lot
name is
right
Ballard,
because
so
it's
it's
the
not
only
exactly-
character-driven. I mean, it's a pretty character-driven series, but it's the one where the entire structure of the campaign is character-driven because you're literally recruiting and spending time with characters for the entire game, and then the collector missions happen periodically. And that's
Whoa,
it.
where did you guys go? Are you guys?
But
you're all the way
Mass
back
Effect
here.
1 is jank as all hell.
We were killing the boss. I assume
Oh.
you were not.
Super jank. It's got way too little character
got
development
lost.
for what it should have for those characters, because often a lot of them have not that many conversations to have. It has like proto loyalty missions where it's like you go to some random generic space station prefab location and you pick up an armor set. You're like, oh, now Rex likes you now more.
We just killed a bunch of things called haunted nobles,
Yes.
Yep.
but they're ghosts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So are they haunted?
I don't know.
It's more
No one
kind of like a
knows.
cyclical thing. They get haunted, they haunt other people, they haunt the people
Oh
haunting them.
man, yeah, that's just like this, like the cycle of
Recursive
poverty,
haunting.
but
Yeah.
instead it's haunting. I wrote a sociological paper about that.
It's called recursive spookulating.
But the sociology one was the
Sounds
curse
legit.
of poverty.
no, it was the
No?
curse of spookulating.
Yeah.
Spookulating.
Yeah, it's a sociological term for becoming spook.
It's the
Yeah.
curse of
Like
Rupel
how birds
Schmoopels.
trying to like.
I
take
couldn't.
it and make it a
Spookle is
thing.
such a funny word.
I know.
You guys are playing with me again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
How can you take spookulating seriously?
Whoa.
Guys, you know I
Whoa.
don't.
No, Shell, this is beyond
Whoa.
levels of deserving indignation.
Whoa.
I do not take sarcasm, okay?
It's not sarcasm. It's beyond parody.
Whoa.
Guys.
I need to go home. My planet needs me.
Whoa.
What the fuck is this? Hold on. Oh,
I summoned a skeletal gagag.
I'm just like,
good thing I can
children
deal
wouldn't
with
believe that story.
crazy amount of damage. Oh, I gotta teleport back home and sell my shit and collect my sides.
Collect my sides.
Ow.
But for a lot of people, yeah, like Mass Effect 2 was the perfect. There's the sweet spot between the early game that was super janky and the late game where they screwed
The
up the
game
story.
was pretty janky. In terms
Yeah,
of the gameplay,
Mass
it was
Effect 1
definitely
is a like the combat is bad.
As
Yeah.
is the inventory system.
Oh god, yeah. Pick up
As-
500 duplicates of the same item over and over again until your inventory fills up, and then and it doesn't tell you at the moment, but then you pick up your next thing and you have to destroy it, and it's like, here's the thing you could have had, but now you have to destroy it before your very eyes because you're not allowed to pick up more items. Like it
And then
taunts
there's
you.
also like you have to, like the
I
dumbass.
want
lander
to say there was
segments.
a console command to increase your inventory, and I found that out within like 10 minutes of playing.
And then there's the fact that scrolling through your inventory, like like 4 items fit on the screen at once, and you have like 150 of them, and they're not
Yeah.
sorted. They won't even sort by type. If you have 50 copies of the same thing, they'll be randomly scattered amongst your list instead of in order with each other. And then the Mako driving, where you're on a very procedurally generated looking planet that has nothing on it. That's very No Man's Sky, and you're just trying to get to one thing. And by the way, that
it's
game
a whole planet with.
If you're being completionist about it, that game had planet scanning because you had to go on every single planet and drive to all the mineral resources and prospect them with Simon Says. You had to play the Simon Says minigame to prospect minerals.
What the hell? You can equip.
Like, I love that
ribbons?
game, and it has the best villain of the entire franchise, and it's really great. But damn, but damn, there's so many problems in that game. Saren's great though, and that's why it works.
Yeah.
Like Saren's probably like for me, like Saren and Gladys are my favorite villains in video games.
Saren was an amazing villain, yeah.
I think maybe that's why I didn't like Mass Effect 2. Whatever sub-villain there was,
Yeah.
I simply don't remember.
I don't even
There
remember
wasn't
who
really
it
an
was.
identifiable
It's Harbinger,
villain?
which is just the lead collector.
Yeah.
He's
not
the one
Yeah.
that he's like assuming direct control, and he takes over bodies of collectors and makes them superpowered and
Oh, yeah,
attacks
I
you
guess
directly.
That was
Yeah,
pretty much it, huh?
He's
I
literally
remember
not
that
a
now.
character though.
Yeah.
He's
like
just
Saren,
a name.
Saren was super problematic because he's your superior, sorta.
Yeah.
And so, like, not only are you, like, trying to convince people, like, by the way, shit's going bad, and everybody's like, no, it's not, silly shepherd, go off and do other things. And he's like, but
I find
sovereign.
I find those to be some of the more intriguing but also frustrating storylines where you know something that everyone doesn't and you have to.
Yeah, it
gain the
appeals
evidence
great to that because there's a sense of
That's
like
the entire
frustration
Mass
and
Effect
helplessness.
trilogy.
Yeah.
That's government.
Spend the entire
I think
first
after
two
the-
games being like, I'm trying to warn you of the great risk that's going to destroy the galaxy, and everyone's like, nah. We don't believe
The
you.
third one's just like, Shepard, we should have listened to you. Why didn't you tell us harder? And it's like, fuck off. Like, I remember
Mass Effect, the
having...
Carl Bernstein story.
I had a dialogue
Mass
tree
Effect
with,
3,
like,
they're still not trusting you.
Yeah, those the
If
thing.
the council's
I actually
alive, you have to, like, you're trying to save them from assassination, and they're all like, nah, but we don't trust you. We think
Yeah, the
you're here to
second
kill
one,
us. And I'm like, but
they questioned you
you never believed me.
Yeah, the second one they questioned you though because you were revived by Cerberus, so they're like, oh, they could have
Yeah.
implanted you with something. You could be a different person.
Like, I remember a dialogue thing I had with a specific, like, important person who was like, you didn't try hard enough in the... Effectively, you didn't try hard enough in the previous two games, therefore I'm not going to believe you now. And it's like... you! Because I remember very specifically this is a character that, like, you were trying to convince of something important repeatedly. It might have even been that shitty politician from, like, the human politician
I've
or
got
something
a
like
book
that.
offhand that looks like it's a set piece that somebody'd probably want.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
Why
figure it out.
would anyone have chosen
Who's the
him to
is
be
Bird
the
the
new
book person?
Oh, yeah, I use offhands.
Bird's
like,
book
offhand
man.
tomes.
I am guns. Give me
You
guns.
know what's
shit, there's
funny
stuff
is
over
that
here.
this all just reminds me of, like... It's not funny at all. But actually, that's
How'd you laugh?
That's how the Bernie Madoff Ponzi schemes
Here,
were
Jennifer.
done. Like, somebody actually said, like, hey, this is gonna happen, and everyone was like, nah, dude, suck my dick. And then, like, 3 years later, it happened, and he was like,
You might want this one.
well, I guess they're
What?
gonna make a movie about me now.
I think I finally found you guys. I get lost.
It's a
I
I
kind
do
of
too.
dumb.
This level
press N.
is like Diablo 1.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it was so
all
Diablo
of,
1.
like 95% Diablo 1 was like this level.
I was gonna say Diablo 2's Cathedral, but that was Diablo 1.
I was gonna say that is
the
Diablo 1.
beginning of Diablo 2 was the setting of Diablo 1, basically.
And it was excellent. God, was the beginning of Diablo 2 good.
Man, you finished all the plains areas, and you start entering a castle for the first time, and you're like, you have 10 levels of castles and cathedrals ahead of you. They're all connected.
Yeah.
They were nuts. Hard to navigate, but nuts.
Yeah.
I remember that's when I figured out the Barbarian Leap is amazing.
That was Act
Because
2, but yeah.
No. You could leap through windows and cell doors and stuff that were normally locked to players, but the Barbarian could randomly jump through them.
Really?
Yeah. So,
I didn't know that.
I could bypass whole sections of...
I'm amazed that there's still things I don't know about Diablo 2.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
so-
I think it
Wow.
functionally worked like teleport.
Yeah.
I would leap through through windows and shit because you could actually get line of sight with the other side. Which doesn't make sense because there's no way the Barbarian can fit through those cell bars that he just popped through, but all right. But yeah, so I could use that to get all like
Don't
the
ever
secret
doubt the
treasures.
barbarian's ability to strong through physics.
Yeah, the barbarian leaping over geometry like that is like the equivalent of a two-dimensional character in a video game acknowledging the 2D nature of the game and just going around it.
Yep.
True.
Like, yeah, this perspective? Nah.
They did that once in the Deadpool game, and that was not pretty.
I played as Deadpool in the X-Men / Marvel games, the dungeon crawler ones, and my friends would get furious because I would just spam the teleport
Ultimate
kill.
Alliance, yeah.
Yep.
I liked Ultimate Alliance because there were just so many characters.
It was this.
Yeah.
Alright, Ruin entrance. This looks
I
interesting.
really liked Diablo 1 because it was one of the only games
This
that
is
worked
a
on my...
cool zone.
It is. I dig it.
Ruins.
Diablo 1 was like one of the first games that ever worked on my dad's
Man,
laptop.
this is cool.
And so we were able to play it whenever we went to Minnesota, which my grandparents never modernized, so they got like one channel, and it was nothing but MASH and Hogan's Heroes. And
God.
MASH, Hogan's Heroes, and like 5-hour-long infomercials. And
Oh man.
there was no like consistency to it.
Your grandma actually watched
what,
Star
did they
Trek
just
with
have
us last
UPN
time.
or something?
Oh, this is weird. I accidentally clicked on you. So I'm just chasing Jennifer around.
Creep.
That's interesting. That's a consistent follow mechanic. I just, like, did you see me roping around the whole dungeon after you for a bit there?
No, but also stop creeping on Jennifer, weirdo.
Jennifer.
Oh,
I'm just standing inside you now.
I mean, okay.
Which is not a good thing for a melee character.
Well, I guess we figured out Bird's Bird's and Keith's romance life now. Very unfortunately.
The important thing is to make everybody
Whoa,
wildly
wait.
uncomfortable and then die in a
What
lightning
the fuck
storm.
just happened?
Bird, was that your move? I assume not.
No, that was a boss.
I need a portal because
no.
I'm dead.
The boss has actually
Okay,
cornered
you have
me.
portal. I have run. I found the boss. He likes
Oh,
me.
there's like 3. Hang on. Let me help you by shooting this laser.
There's Orton
Definitely
Pauls.
starting to regret being
Okay, he's
melee.
dead.
Oops. Need to run. Okay, do I have
I
everyone?
definitely prefer being a ranged character in this genre than a melee one.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, back off.
Because you just
This
die.
is actually the
You just melt.
This is the first Diablo game I've ever played where I'm not melee, and it's really weird and awkward because clicking to move and click to shoot is really inconvenient because if you miss by a smidge.
I got slaughtered.
All right, I've got a portal down, so you can just come back. Ow.
I think I usually
not gonna find a lot
remapped
of
games like
elixirs.
this so that only right click was attack.
Oh. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just pressing shift to shoot. Oh god, did you guys
Danger.
did you guys ever have Keith, you played Diablo 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ever run across those enemies that were
Wow,
like
I just got my ass whooped.
laser enchanted or whatever it was?
The spinny laser circle?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Those were actually why I didn't want to play a melee character this time around because it was such a like those lasers would melt my barbarian even with like bonuses running. And so I've just like kind of decided I don't want to do melee in one of these games again
Got
for a
him.
while. Because those lasers were stupid and made no sense.
This here lies Jennifer. She'll last,
do I-
right?
Everyone knows that famous actress, La Jennifer.
Shell your corpse.
Wait, what about my
Aniston.
corpse?
Right here.
Jennifer.
Oh, what
I
do
feel like
oh, I
Jennifer
get
is like a
experience
clothing
reclaim,
brand
I
or
see.
like a cloth brand or something like that.
What?
Like the Jennifer. You said here lies Jennifer, and so
I just
I'm,
didn't know
like,
what you
following
said.
oh
That's why I said
Yeah,
what.
I have no idea. I was
I
like,
literally
I
said
can't-
what because I was like, what is he saying?
no. Okay, so you said Jennifer. So I was thinking of. I guess you guys have never seen Face Off, probably.
That's Andrew's
What?
favorite movie.
That's
Somehow.
No, I'm not
movie?
talking
Something's
about
wrong
the
with
movie.
them.
No, we're talking
I'm
about
actually
television
talking about the show where they get like stage makeup
Oh,
artists.
Oh, the new. That's like a new one.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah, that
Not the
Face Off.
cosplayer one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched that with Lady Bird a lot, actually.
Oh, the cosplayer one.
No,
Yeah.
that's Heroes of Cosplay. We're talking about the one where it's like a reality show where it's a bunch of
So what's
special
even more
effects makeup
confusing is I
artists.
think there might be a face-off show, like based on the
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
Maybe.
just to make
But
this even more
we're
confusing.
talking about the one where it's like movie special
Alien
effects artists and
prosthetics
stuff.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
prosthetics,
Yep.
costumes, so on and so forth. And one of the things they always like get the kind of like newbie people on is quote unquote fun fur, which is like what furry cosplayers tend to use. And
Just
it's like
not
the
realistic
generic
looking
like
fur.
colorful, fake-looking fur, and it never looks very good. And so I immediately went from generic fur to fun fur to like that's like the even lower rung from fun fur. It's just like you
Like
know
skipping a
you fucked up when
brainstorm.
you're using this stuff.
yeah. I was gonna say that's an impressive like leap of
Brain.
connections
There's been-
that like usually you're very good about like keeping your sequences not that jumpy, but that's
But you
It's
just
a
Eiffel
rare
60.
one
You just
wonder.
Eiffel 65'd it.
wow.
65?
Can you
Yeah.
not make references to the podcast?
No, cross-brand promotion. Watch all our shit.
I mean, honestly, we actually had more viewers for the podcast than this, so I don't know. Maybe we should start advertising a Grim Dawn playthrough on our podcast.
The really confusing thing is what the difference is between a podcast and a co-op playthrough where we're playing a game that we don't talk about.
None. Except this one, we don't try to stay on topic anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
continuing our
Dabba
conversation
dee dabba
about
die.
Resident Evil 7.
Dabba dee, dabba die, dabba dee dabba die.